Hello, my name's Dean, and you're listening to Jump Cancel. The GameCube landed at a funny time for me. I was in my early 20s, and as you can imagine, I found it hard to find the time to sit in my room when I was busy living the party lifestyle. Yes, cheap cider and skanky girls were more of a draw to me than a Nintendo GameCube. Go on, kill me now. It wasn't till I met Josephine, my now wife, that I start spending weekends in. I had time to sit and play games again. Now I didn't have the urge to go chasing tail. Games like Mario Sunshine and Luigi's Mansion were great time fillers. They reminded me a little of my N64 days. When I saw the opening graphic to The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, I fell instantly in love. This game just grabbed me with its charm, and I let it pull me into its world. With my girlfriend at my side, I was fully prepared to set upon a grand adventure. Some bastard had kidnapped my sister, and it was down to me to get her back. Our journey begins on Onset Island, where we meet our protagonist, a very young fair-haired child named Link. It's clear from the start that this adventure is going to be beautiful. Hyrule has been flooded and now is mainly water. The grandiose map is a vast sea with assorted islands dotted all around the place. Link gets into bother when his sister is mistakenly kidnapped. The girl the kidnappers were looking for turns up. Her name is Tetra. Oh, Tetra. A sassy bitch of a pirate, accompanied by a useless crew of lovable shipmates. They decide to help Link on his mission and fire him out of a cannon straight into a secret fortress base. Link must courageously make his way to the top of the fortress and confront a nasty, big-ass dragon. No problem for a 12-year-old boy. Discovering a magic wand named the Wind Waker, Link is granted the ability to change the direction of the wind. This would be super handy if he had a sailboat to navigate around this great water world. Of course he's got a fucking boat. A talking one at that. And just to be super sure not to give any spoilers away so early on in the game, this boat is named King. I mean, come on, man. As pretty much all of the games in the Zelda franchise teach, Link must gather all the pieces of the Triforce, a sort of magical key that grants ultimate power or some shit. It's a pretty epic thing to own anyway. And also, in true Zelda fashion, Link must complete a shed load of tasks in order to collect these pieces. Also in Zelda fashion, there are dungeons. The forest dungeon, for example, is littered with creepy wood creatures and a massive tree. The tree tells the story of the great legend of Link and that you're a prophecy waiting to happen. I'd like to just announce that from here, I'm going to spoil the end of the game, so if you're actually that bothered, then I suggest you just stop listening. Yeah? Okay. Tetra, the pirate girl who your sister got mistaken for, is Zelda, alright? It was pretty obvious as the game unfolded. The fucking boat is the old king. His name was King. There's no secrets in this game at all. It's your usual Zelda story, just told with such finesse. The way that it tells a familiar story is so simple, it's beautiful. Tie in some sweet cel-shaded graphics, a real attention to detail and a really, really nice soundtrack, and you've got a complete masterpiece. Yeah, okay, I'm aware that the game has some problems in places, but just allow yourself to be absorbed in the lore, and you should be able to overlook these quite easily. Admittedly, it's not the easiest game to get a hold of nowadays. The original GameCube game requires an actual GameCube or a Nintendo Wii. They did release a HD remake on the Wii U, but I don't think anybody has one of those anymore. I think emulation on your computer will work pretty well nowadays. Honestly though, I've never tried it, so I can't really advise on that one. I played the original a couple of years after release, as the game was intended, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've never played it since and probably will never play it again in fear of spoiling one of the most enjoyable times of my life. So thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this, you can get us on Twitter at @jump_cancel. You can subscribe to the podcast. How about go and give the podcast a rating on iTunes, because ratings are how other people are able to see this podcast. So if you have 1 million listens and not one rating, then you're not going to get seen. So if you have 10 listens and 10 5-star ratings, then more people are going to see your podcast. So please go on, give this a rating or share it. Tell someone to listen to it. We're on YouTube as Jump Cancel, Facebook as Jump Cancel, and we've also got a Patreon going. If you feel you want to support the podcast with your hard-earned money, I don't think there's a minimum or maximum on there. That's purely for donations, and I will remind you that it is a monthly rolling contract, which means that if you pledge $1, it will be $1 a month. So if you just want to pledge $1 and then cancel it, that's fine. Whatever. If you don't want to do that, then yep, cool, not bothered. I'm literally making this because I enjoy making it. Also, today, as you walk around at work or school or just generally out and about, say good morning or good evening to someone and give them a smile and a nod. See if you get one back. Alright guys, see you later.